Hi everyone and welcome to Fresh from My Garden. In today's video, I'm going to share some growth and care tips to grow this tropical fruit tree that is commonly grown in our neighborhood. Sapodilla, also known as Sapota and commonly known as Chikoo, is a tropical fruit tree that can be easily grown in almost every garden where we have tropical weather conditions. In South India, where we live, this is a very commonly grown fruit in most homes that have a small backyard, and this is a fruit tree that can be grown also in containers. The trees that are not grafted usually grow quite tall, but they can still be grown in smaller gardens. This is our grafted Sapota tree that we are growing in a 50-liter drum in our front garden. Grafted fruit trees can usually be grown in big containers and drums, but always make sure to pinch off anything that is growing below the graft to allow the grafted fruit tree to grow well and produce a lot of fruits. Since it is a tropical fruit tree, it requires a lot of sunlight and a minimum of 4 to 5 hours for it to grow and produce a lot of fruits. So here you can see on this tree there is a lot of new buds and a lot of fruit that is growing. We have placed this in the northwest side of our garden where it receives a lot of sunlight post noon time. The Sapodilla trees that are grafted take at least 2 to 3 years before they start producing fruits, and our tree has been producing fruits for the last 3 to 4 years. These trees usually bloom and produce fruits twice a year. We can see the bell shaped white flowers that form on this tree, and eventually, in a few weeks, they start turning into fruit. The sapota fruits are usually pear sized fruits and they have a thick dark brown skin with light brown pulp and seeds that are dark brown to black in color. The pulp of this fruit is really sweet when ripe but has a very grainy texture. The fruit is rich in fructose, vitamin A, C, and also a lot of antioxidants, and is a very healthy fruit that we can consume and easily grow in our garden or backyard. The unripened fruits of sapota are very hard to the touch, and as the fruit ripens, the fruits will soften. And once they are harvested, they must be consumed within 2 to 3 days because they perish very quickly. Whenever growing any kind of fruit trees, always make sure to have a lot of flowering plants that are planted nearby to attract different pollinators to pollinate these fruit trees and have a lot of fruit growth from your plants. These fruit trees in our garden are also fertilized regularly, and I have shared a fertilizing schedule of fruit trees in a different video. Using homemade compost or organic fertilizers such as cow dung manure, bone meal, and neem cake ensures the growth of these fruit plants and make sure that they produce as per their season and we get a lot of different fruits that we can harvest from our garden. We have a small suburban garden, and this is one of the different fruit trees that we are growing in containers. So don't let the space limit you from growing the different varieties of fruits and vegetables that you need for your family. Hope you liked today's video. Thanks for watching Fresh from My Garden.